Yeah. Good evening and welcome to Rockin The Planet, the show dedicated to bringing live New Zealand music to your television screens every single week of the year. Yeah. Why? Because I am so excited. We are tributing the Beatles this evening. Tonight we celebrate 50 years since the Beatles won our hearts here in New Zealand. Still the love affair with the Beatles continues, and we celebrate with New Zealand's top Beatles tribute show, Abbey Road. We had a fantastic evening at the CT Club in Remuera last Friday, and we had the Beatles tribute band, Abbey Road, New Zealand's top Beatles band, I'm telling you. And the crowd loved them, and I'm very fortunate to have them in the studio with me this evening, here without any makeup. There's only two of them because the other two have passed away. But anyway, we have Tim Armstrong and John Clark. Now, Tim plays John Lennon and you play George Harrison. That's right, yeah. Welcome, guys. Now, we're going to see what they got up to first at the CT Club. And here's one we're going to really rock on to. It's called I Wanna Hold Your Hand.
Oh, yeah, I tell you something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, you let me be your man. And please say to me, you let me hold your hand. Now let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide, I can hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
Well, Tim, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone loved you, I told you. Good to have you here. Shake my hand.
It's a great night. I really enjoyed it.
You did, yeah. The band enjoyed it. The crowd loved it. I enjoyed it. And Gerard was there, Gerard Smith. He was on cloud nine. And our producer, he was crazy, dancing around. We had a job holding him in one place. Anyway, the thing is, I want to ask you about your career outside of the Beatles tribute band. Is that all right? Can I go there? Good. Now, Tim Armstrong, you are a prolific writer. You've written so many songs, and I first met you way back in the 80s, and you came and worked for me at Rosie's in Panmure. I had a club there.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And your band, you were called the Kiwi Bandits?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Now tell me about that era. Were you were writing quite a lot of songs then?
Yeah, well, I was originally came from the band called the Politicians.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, before that.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much played our own music through the early to mid 80s. And then as the scene changed a bit, we became a nightclub band. But I still carried on writing songs and releasing them and recording them. And
fabulous songs too, very important.
Absolutely.
The standard, the quality of the songs is amazing. I recorded one of your songs on my last album, Full Circle, Live Again, and it is fantastic. I love your songs. You were with the Politicians. The disco era came in, and so you had to work through that and keep live bands doing covers.
Oh, it wasn't so much the disco, it was the club era where the big unsa came in, started coming in, you know? The unsa. What I call the unsa. the techno type.
Okay,
disco
with all that stuff, stuff I hate. Sorry, guys. But, so you continued writing anyway, and then you backed me at Hamilton at the Waikato
Winter Show.
And that's when I really thought, wow, this guy is so good. Tim Armstrong Band.
Yeah.
And you've continued with the band ever since, and you're still out there working. Recently, you had a reincarnation, and you added the guy from Wings.
Yeah, that was really interesting. A friend of mine rang me up and said, "Oh, there's a guy coming over from England. He's quite a good saxophone player, and he's been playing all his life." And I said, "Oh, yeah, what's his name?" He goes, Howie Casey. I go, oh yeah, I'm coming over there right now.
Howie Casey.
Because Howie Casey was part of the Liverpool scene around the
early days.
Yeah, and he knew the Beatles, and then he ended up playing for Wings, Paul McCartney Wings. Some of the acts he played with the T-Rex. Well, he's played on heaps of albums. Yeah, he played on the Tommy album. Yeah.
He's had an illustrious
just
career.
Some really interesting stories. And he knew the Beatles before they were famous, and then after, of course,
when they hit it.
So,
and of course, you had this guy over here playing with you for what, a year? Or so?
It was about 6 months.
I think he came for a very short trip, but he ended up being with you for
6 months.
This is good fun, so he carried on.
Yeah, so we heard all the stories and who,
the
good stories and all the, slightly not
which
so
we
good
can't
stories.
talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Were you at the Auckland Town Hall when the Beatles played here?
I was lucky to be alive when the Beatles played it. I actually was alive when the Beatles played it. But I was very young, of course.
Just 3 years old, apparently.
Yeah, 3 years.
Something like that, yeah. But you became a huge Beatle fan. Later, you still are.
Well, what actually happened was I went along to the picture theatre and didn't know what I was going to see that afternoon. Like you go, and it turned out to be Hard Day's Night, Help, and Let It Be all in one.
Wow.
And it was like, this is about 1970.
Yeah.
Just when, I think it was, and that's what, I thought, that's it, that's the job I want to do.
Fantastic. Well, I'm telling you, when they did come here, I was there, and this was the big #1 hit that they had on the charts. It was called Can't Buy Me Love. Back to the CT Club.
Can't buy me love, can't buy me love. I buy you a diamond ring, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. I get you anything, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. But I don't care too much of money, money can buy me love. I give you all I've got to give, if you say you'll love me too. I may not have a lot to give, what I got I'll give to you. For I don't care too much of money, money can buy me love, can buy me love. Everybody tell me so, can buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. And tell me that you want the kind of things the money just can't buy. But I don't care too much of money, money can buy me love.
Calling all budding musicians as well as professional musicians, if you desire to aspire to greatness in the music world, you need go no further than Music Planet. Their friendly, helpful staff really know their stuff. All being talented musicians themselves, they will help you get started no matter what your budget. New Elixir strings, new drum skins, a keyboard, guitars, hundreds of musical instruments to choose from.
No, say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Woo! Tell me that you
Be spoilt for choice. 9 friendly stores throughout New Zealand. Music Planet.
I don't care too much of money, money can buy me love, can buy me love, love, can buy me love. Oh.
Now the chords for Hard Day's Night, I mentioned earlier, but the chords for Hard Day's Night. Do you know what that chord is? I never actually found out what it was. It's a real chang. I mean, they must have spent hours working it out.
I think it was an accident.
Yeah.
It's actually a D on the bass. A D on the bass.
Yeah.
It's a D suspended 4 on the one guitar, and the other guitar's playing an F with a G in, which kind of makes it like a
F with a G on the top.
On the top, yeah.
What's called that?
So you get
it's
that.
kind of like
Suspended. It's kind of like a suspended. Yeah.
It's an incredible chord.
But it's got the notes. The notes in the chord are G, right? D, A.
All the chords
and an F, and an F. You see, that's what makes it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With the,
Yeah. So with the 3 together, a lot of bands have tried to do it with just one guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's got a C as well.
But there's more to it.
There's about 5 notes in it.
Yeah,
it's got all those notes. It's just
fantastic.
But if you just play one of those chords without the other chord, so the guitars are actually playing completely different chords.
Yes, amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's listen to that chord right now with Hard Day's Night.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been 100 days night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get on to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get your money, to buy your things. And it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why unless it I'm on, until I get you alone, you know I feel alright. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight. Oh, it's been 100 days night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been 100 days night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get on to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright.
If you enjoy meeting people and having a good time, come down to the Commerce Club, also known as the CT Club in Remuera. It's where we record the bands on a Friday night, but there is a lot more to it than that. 12 gaming machines, a TAB, pool and snooker, a great food selection, 2 friendly bars and ample parking. There is also a function room available for hire, big enough for more than 200 people. Come on down for a drink or a meal. Give Anton a call on Auckland 524-4094 and become a member of this fabulous friendly club. Non-members are welcome.
It's been 100 days night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get on to you, I find the thing that you do make me feel alright. And I feel alright. And I feel alright.
Great music, great chords, I must say, guys. Now I'm going to talk to John here. John, mate, how long have you been in the band? John Clark?
Probably about 12 years I've been playing in the Beatles show. And of course I've played with Tim since 1988, so in the Kiwi band, and I wasn't as far back as the Politicians, but I knew Tim and the Politicians. I was touring in another band at that time.
Which were?
A band called Road Angel, and then another band called Paris. And
through the 70s?
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s. And we ended up working together in a nightclub band, the Kiwi Bandits.
In the Kiwi Bandits, yeah.
And then Tim asked me if I was interested in joining the Beatles show about 12 years ago, when he'd already had it going for quite a while by that stage. And the guitarist was going to Australia to play over there, so
you came in.
I came in, and I've never looked back since.
No, you haven't. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I mean, it's a fun gig anyway.
It's absolutely fun gig.
And getting it right and working out all the things. And there's a lot of work in there. I know it's a huge job. You wouldn't want to learn all those Beatles songs and then just say, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
it's like hard work. There's a lot of work in there.
Yeah, we did 56 Beatles songs when that was what I had to learn.
Immediately,
at
straight away. Like,
yeah.
Here's the song. Just bang.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Beatles song?
While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Is it really?
It is.
Okay, well I think we're going to shoot to that. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and I must say you do a great job of that.
Don't know why nobody told you how to unfold your love. I don't know how no one controls you. They bought and sold you. I look at you all, see the
Enjoying the great sounds of tonight's show. The instruments and the voices are being mixed with the help of student engineers from the SAE Institute in Parnell, Auckland. They will train you for an exciting career as an audio engineer, mixing and recording music for a variety of situations in their state-of-the-art facilities. Contact SAE Institute. It's your pathway to a great career. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Fantastic. And that was on the White Album, I believe. Is that right, guys? The White Album the Beatles put out. And written by George Harrison. And he had his friend along, Eric Clapton, playing lead guitar on that. But I believe the Beatles loved Rickenbackers. And our friend Roger from the Music Planet called in only a few minutes ago, in between the ads, and he said, I've got a Rickenbacker for you. Very Beatles. And we're just going to have a look at that. What do you think of that? John,
Beautiful.
I mean, it's...
Absolutely beautiful guitar.
Yeah. We'd plug it in and blow everyone away, but we haven't got time. But do you have a Rickenbacker yourself?
No, I don't have
You don't? Would you like to buy one?
I would, yes.
We'll tell Roger. I'll put an order in for you. Sorry.
But what he has done, he's dropped off some gifts for us.
He has, yeah, but you just hold your horses. Because I want Tim to try that Rickenbacker
yes, well,
out as
he
well.
can.
He's keen and he only wants the freebies.
Can I say that I'll get this in the collection without wife knowing?
Yes, you sneak out with it and all that sort of thing. Tell me about the controls here. I mean, it's got.
Oh, it's just a standard, yeah. That's like that one there is between the pickups.
Yeah.
So that one and that, like whichever pickup, so that turns it on.
Okay.
You get quite a variety there, right?
Yeah, that's what it's not the usual. There's a little couple more, well, one more knob on it than the usual.
It's also another band that loved the was the Byrds, remember?
Yeah, the Byrds started their career out 12-string version of it.
Yeah.
And Roger McGuinn, and he played that. It's a beautiful guitar, and now they call that colour, it's called fire glow. All right, now they've got jet glow, which is a black one, and various other connotations of that, different colour schemes, but they're all called something glow, and that is the fire glow, and it is a beautiful colour. You couldn't go wrong. I mean, as a guitarist, we all get into the colour schemes, and we really get into the detail, and that is a beautiful guitar, and you can get those at Music Planet. Now, you're in Christchurch. You're in Christchurch next week, and you're playing down there, and you're going to pop in and see Music Planet in Christchurch. Say hi to them for us, and they've already offered to help you out if you want with any gear while you're down there working in Christchurch, doing your Beatles tributes and things. So have a great gig in Christchurch, and thank you Music Planet for offering to help the guys out with any gear they want. Wonderful stuff.
Lady Madonna, children at your feet, wonder how you managed to make ends meet. Who finds the money when you pay the rent? Did you think the money was heaven sent? Write it out or rise it out of suitcase. Sunday morning creep me like an armor. Monday shot a Sunday times blue lace. See how they run. Lady Madonna, lying on the bed. Listen to the music playing in your head.
You can catch up with us at the CT Club at 27 Ohinerau Street, Remuera, Friday nights, 7 p.m. to cheer, clap and dance to a live band of the week. And this week, it's the William Brown Band, a hot Auckland band playing the blues, folk and rock. We'll see you there.
See how they run. Lady Madonna, baby at your breast. Wonder how you managed to feed the red. Thursday afternoon is never ending. Sunday morning papers still come. Monday shot and Sunday ties food lace. See how they run. Lady Madonna, children at your feet. Wonder how you managed to make ends meet.
Lady Madonna, what a song. Honky. Fats Domino inspired that song for the Beatles, would you know? Now, guys, Tim and John, you're going to tell me all about what is your favourite, who is your favourite Beatle?
Oh, I'd have to probably say Paul.
Is Paul McCartney?
Well, he's the one that I loved when I was a kid, you know,
Yeah.
more, I think, I don't know, just
Inspired you?
Well, he's a bit more middle of the road, and I don't know, he seemed to, when you're young like that, you know, you went looking for the John Lennon was a bit more sort of a rebel.
He was the rebel, that's why I like John
Paul was a bit
Lennon.
softer in that, but, you know, over the years, you know, you sort of go between them. I like them all, really.
Yeah,
you know?
oh, they're fantastic, all of them. Of course, they were one unit.
But Paul was the one for me.
I like Ringo, and someone said to me the other day, said, oh, and we had the guy Ringo, he was really good, and they said, oh, the ugly one. He wasn't ugly. Ringo's a good-looking guy. He wasn't ugly, that was so mean. Now, John, what was your favourite Beatle?
Well,
what was your favourite Beatle?
I'd have to say George, of course,
George,
the,
of
the
course.
quiet one, and
The quiet one.
the one Sir Paul Martin said they should have let write a few more songs on the album. You know,
They should have, actually,
They found out that he was actually a really good songwriter and a really good guitar player, very inspired by Chet Atkins and from those days, and great guitar player, underrated.
And of course he loved rock and roll, blue suede shoes. What was his name? Carl Perkins.
Yeah,
that was his hero.
Yeah.
He even had him play at his. I think it was his 50th.
Yeah, that's
Carl
right.
Perkins came on. Carl Perkins long gone now, but Carl, great songwriter. He did quite a few of his songs on their early albums. Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby, Matchbox. They're all Carl Perkins songs. So George really liked them. And so George and yours with Paul. So what are your thoughts on the other guys? I think the Beatles communicated really well, and it wouldn't have worked any other way, you know, with the old drummer.
Yeah, yeah.
Pete
well,
Best.
Howie actually reckoned Pete was really good.
Yeah,
but it was a
it.
personality thing, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, as it is.
Pete apparently was quite popular, you know, with
the girls.
and he had more of a James
fans.
Dean look.
Yeah.
But Howie actually ended up playing. This is Howie Casey, the guy that ended up playing with us. We were talking about it earlier. He actually ended up playing with Pete. Howie ended up with Pete Best and Stu Sutcliffe on bass.
Yeah, Stu Sutcliffe.
And I said, well, what Stu was like on the bass? And he said he was fine, you know.
See, there's an
idea
that he wasn't any,
and
good.
And Howie actually is a brilliant musician, so he wouldn't have said that if he, you know.
He knows that. Well, look, Music Planet have asked me to give you some guitar strings.
Yeah.
I've got 2 sets for you. They're generous. Acoustic and electric strings. They're only, look, the electric strings are only $19.99.
But they've come down.
$20. They've come down. They're selling them cheaper. And Elixir, if you like. But they are the best strings. I've got them on my guitar. You've got them on yours.
Oh, it's the only thing I use,
use
actually.
those. And John the same. And also got acoustic set for you. So you've got 2 sets of good strings from Music Planet.
That's cool,
Roger really kindly dropped in and said, give the guys some good strings.
Yes,
And apparently use them, and they last longer than any other string.
They
Believe
do.
me, they do.
True.
And it's
Like
good
Ian
because I
Dorset.
hate changing strings.
You won the big prize, yes.
Oh,
2
cool.
sets of strings each.
Thank you very much.
And don't give any to Ringo or the other fellow, all right?
That's right. No.
And the other guys, we should mention them before you go.
Yeah.
Who are the other guys in the band?
There's Don. Don actually plays in my. I have a 3-piece band that
Yep.
plays.
This is your Tim
separate,
Armstrong band?
Well, Don's actually been performing with me since 1991. And in fact, I think we were talking about the Winter Show. We first met when you played at the Winter Show back in the. Don was then. Don was back there, but of course he was a lot
younger.
We were all a lot younger.
We were also younger.
But
Not a wrinkle in sight.
Yeah. But Don's been with that long.
Yeah.
And
of course on bass.
And Don's on the bass. And then Nigel, who actually used to work for John Rolls in Australia.
So we're going to listen to Nigel and Don play with Tim and John, and they're going to play us out with a great number from the Beatles, the classic Day Tripper.
Please her. She only played one last time. Tried to please her. She only played one last time. She was a